Hey everyone, I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince, and welcome to Mustang Prince Orro Reports. Now, for today's episode, I would like to talk about one of the most classical and legendary actresses from Hollywood's golden age, Judy Garland. During her 45-year career, Judy attained international stardom as an actress in both musical and dramatic roles. And she also got to be a recording artist and got to be on concert stages. Respected for her versatility, she received an Academy Juvenile Award, a Golden Globe Award, a Special Tony Award, and believe it or not, she was the first woman to win a Grammy Award for her album of the year for her 1961 live recording, which was known as Judy at Carnegie Hall. Plus, Judy got to be in such classic films like The Wizard of Oz, Meet Me in St. Louis in 1944, The Harvey Girls in 1946, Easter Parade in 1948, and Summer Stock in 1950, including the 1954 A Star is Born movie, and of course, Chuck Jones' Gay Paris. Sadly, Judy Garland has been going through some frustrating issues, which most likely affected her physical and mental health before she passed away in 1969. However, on the topic of Judy Garland, we're going to look into a biographical drama movie from last year, which happens to focus on Miss Garland's career during the last year of her life. Released on September 27th, 2019, the movie is Judy. Now, on to the plot of the movie. 30 years after starring in The Wizard of Oz, beloved actress and singer Judy Garland arrives in London to perform sold-out shows at the Talk of the Town nightclub. While there, she reminisces with friends and fans and begins a whirlwind romance with musician Mickey Deans, her soon-to-be fifth husband. Now, what do I think? Well, despite the fact that I never saw it in theaters, I thought this was a very emotional biography. But to further explain why I love this movie, let's move on to Mustang Notes. The movie was directed by Rupert Gould, who was the artistic director at Headlong Theatre Company from 2005 to 2013. Not only that, but the film is actually an adaptation of the Olivier and Tony-nominated West End and Broadway play End of the Rainbow by Peter Quilter. Principal photography began on March 19, 2018 in London. Filming locations included West London Film Studios and Hackney Empire. Now, the reason why I did not see this movie in theaters is because it got released not long after me and my parents got home from our European vacation last year. And we were still very tired at the time. But anyway, in my eyes, I really love the scenery in 1968 London. And I just can't believe it's been about 10 years since me and my family visited there. And believe it or not, it was the exact same time when my musical theater village friends gave me my big break as the great and powerful Wizard of Oz. Also, I think the flashback scenes are great too. though maybe a tad serious and mean-spirited, due to it looking like people were using Judy back then. Plus, I think the songs that Judy sings at her UK concerts are really classic. My favorites being Over the Rainbow from The Wizard of Oz and the Trolley Song, which makes me think of a cover which was sung by an actress whom I met a while ago. Anyway, that's all I got for Mustang notes. So, let's move on to the cast. For Judy Garland, Renee Zellweger, best known from Chicago, along with DreamWorks' Shark Tale and B-Movie, was hired for the role. Fun fact, a few months ago, Renee Zellweger received an Oscar for Best Female Actress for her role. Anyway, in my opinion, Renee does an outstanding performance, and I did feel all the stress and pressure that Judy's been going through when it comes to her health as well as raising her 2 children. Also, I think Renee Zellweger's singing was really amazing. Also, I think Darcy Shaw does a great job playing a teenage Judy Garland. Next we have Rosalyn Wilder, played by Jessie Buckley. Rosalyn Wilder is a young production assistant assigned to Judy during her engagement at the London nightclub. She often had to wake her up, dress her, lug her to the theater, push her on stage, and tell her that she'd be marvelous. In my eyes, while she's trying to help Judy, I think Rosalyn could sometimes be a tad bossy and pushy. Another character to talk about is Mickey Deans, played by Finn Wittrock, who got to be in Halloween Town High, Winter's Tale, La La Land, and Noah. Now, Mickey Deans was a nightclub owner from New York who met Judy Garland at Liza Minnelli's party. To me, Mickey Deans seems like a nice guy, and he's also a very talented piano player. Plus, I think he has some of the funniest lines in the entire movie. And I think the scene where he and Judy got married was really wonderful and romantic. And now let's move on to my final words. Overall, Judy has got to be one of the most beautiful and emotional biography films that I've ever seen so far. The scenery and cinematography is great, the writing is spot on, and the songs are absolutely classical. Plus, Renee Zellweger did a remarkable job playing Judy, and she really did deserve her recent Oscar. However, I would not recommend this movie for younger audiences due to the adult language, alcohol, and drug use. But I would recommend it for folks who love classical actors or musical theater. And remember, a heart is not judged by how much you love, but by how much you are loved by others. I give this movie an 89% out of 100. Well, that's all for now. Be sure to join me for my next blog. Mustang Power.